who came into the league, took it by storm, and drew in a level of attention that they weren't able to. They weren't able to.
That's how it is. So, yes, it just the WNBA. You know, if you want us to be here, you have to pay us more. It's business.
Did you hear about ESPN throwing a fit over Caitlin Clark's latest move? The WNBA's Golden Girl is packing her bags for Europe, and it's got the big wigs sweating. But here's the kicker. She's not even going there to play basketball. Curious? You should be. You won't believe what Caitlin's up to now. She's heading to Europe, but not for what you think. It's got nothing to do with hoops. ESPN is losing it, and honestly, can you blame them? This is huge. Caitlin's decision is shaking up the WNBA like never before. It's not just about one player taking a trip. This could change women's sports forever. Why does it matter so much? Well, when the biggest star in the game makes a move like this, everyone pays attention.
WNBA season ending for many teams, there are already so many players heading overseas to play during the off-season.
The league, the fans, even the sponsors, they're all watching to see what happens next. And trust me, you'll want to see how this plays out too. The WNBA might be shaking now, but Caitlin's been causing tremors since her college days. Remember when she wasn't just dominating basketball? There's a wild story about her college days that'll make you see her in a whole new light. Picture this: Caitlin Clark, future basketball superstar, stepping onto a soccer field. Not just for fun, but to compete. And what does she do? She scores not one, not two, but 3 goals in a single game. That's insane. It's like Michael Jordan suddenly becoming a pro baseball player. Oh wait, but here's the thing. Caitlin's multi-sport skills were just a warm-up for what was coming. When she hit the WNBA court, things got even crazier. You know what's nuts? When Caitlin played, nearly 2 million people tuned in. Other games? Only about 400,000. That's the Caitlin effect, and it's real. Imagine being so good that you single-handedly triple the viewership of an entire league. That's not just talent, that's star power. And it's not just about TV ratings. Ticket sales went through the roof when Caitlin was on the court. People weren't just watching, they were showing up in droves to see her play live. You might be thinking, okay, she's good, but is she really that special?
Every season, the WNBA had grown by 40% viewership from 2022 to 2023. But with Caitlin Clark's arrival, it's grown by 400%.
Well, let me put it this way. Caitlin didn't just join the WNBA, she became the show. Every game she played was like a mini event. Fans weren't just watching basketball, they were watching Caitlin Clark basketball. And here's where it gets really interesting. Caitlin's impact wasn't just on the court. She was changing the game off the court too. Sponsors started paying attention. Suddenly, women's basketball wasn't just a niche sport, it was primetime entertainment. But Caitlin's story isn't just about numbers and ratings. It's about inspiration. Young girls watching her play aren't just seeing an athlete. They're seeing a superstar. They're seeing someone who can dominate in multiple sports, someone who can draw crowds like no one else. You know what's even crazier? This is just the beginning. Caitlin's only just started her WNBA career, and she's already rewriting the rules. She's not just playing the game, she's changing it. And that's why everyone's watching her so closely. While everyone's been watching Caitlin's moves on the court, she's been making some serious power plays behind the scenes. Remember when $3 million seemed like a lot? Well, Caitlin's latest deal is about to blow your mind. Nike just did something they've never done before, and it's all because of Caitlin. We're talking $28 million over 8 years. That's the biggest deal ever for a woman in basketball.
Nike struck absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal.
Can you believe it? This isn't just some run-of-the-mill endorsement. It's a game changer. But here's the thing. This isn't just about money, it's about respect. Nike's saying Caitlin's worth every penny. They're not just slapping her name on some sneakers. They're giving her a signature shoe. That's huge. It's like Nike saying, hey world, Caitlin Clark isn't just a star, she's a brand.
In terms of the BS that she had to deal with off the court. We got to remember she's been box office, she was the main attraction, and there were so many storylines. Who came into the league, took it by storm, and drew in a level of attention that they weren't able to.
Now let's talk about how far Caitlin's come. In college, she made about $3 million from sponsorships. That's nothing to sneeze at, right? But now, She's in a whole new league. It's like she went from driving a nice car to owning the dealership. You know what's wild? Other big brands tried to get Caitlin too. Under Armour offered her $16 million over 4 years. Adidas came in with $6 million over 4 years. But Nike, they blew them out of the water.
Caitlin Clark signature shoes. It is mind-blowing. When the deal was first announced, we also got to see the other offers that were on the table for Caitlin Clark.
It's like they saw Caitlin and said, we're not letting her get away. And get this, Rebecca Lobo, you know, the basketball legend? She said this deal isn't just about the cash. It's about recognizing what Caitlin brings to the sport. It's like Nike saying, we see you, Caitlin. We know what you're worth. This isn't just a win for Caitlin. It's a win for women's sports. Think about it. A female athlete getting a deal this big? That's not something you see every day. It's like Caitlin's kicked down a door, and now other female athletes can walk through it. Caitlin's success story seemed perfect, but there's a plot twist nobody expected. The WNBA's Golden Girl is packing her bags, and you'll never guess where she's headed. What's pushing her to trade in her jersey for a whole new game? Get ready for this bombshell. Caitlin Clark is taking a 200-day vacation in Europe. But here's the kicker. She's not going there to play basketball. Nope. Our WNBA superstar is swapping the court for the golf course. Can you believe it? She's planning to pursue a professional golf career instead. Now, you might be thinking, wait, what about the WNBA? Well, they're not taking this news well. ESPN is losing their minds over this. Without Caitlin on the court, viewership is dropping faster than a bad pass. Fans are starting to lose interest.
Playing in any organized basketball organization, she actually said that she is going to become a professional golfer.
Is overseas playing in some foreign league right now because they don't make enough money during the WNBA season.
And the league is in full panic mode. But let's be real for a second. Can we blame Caitlin for wanting to try something new? The WNBA hasn't exactly been rolling out the red carpet for her. Get this. During her rookie season, Caitlin faced 177% of the league's flagrant fouls. That's not just rough play. That's a serious lack of protection for one of their biggest stars. And it's not just Caitlin feeling the heat. Other players in the WNBA are looking at overseas opportunities too. Why? Simple. They're fed up with low pay and tough conditions in the league. It's like the WNBA forgot they need to take care of their players. Gabby Williams from the Seattle Storm put it best. She said, "The WNBA thinks that they don't have to pay us more in order for us to be here. If I make choice to make more money, that's how it is." Ouch.
During her exit interview, Storm player Gabby Williams warned the WNBA, if you want to keep international players, you need to do better.
That's how it is. So, yes, it just the WNBA. You know, if you want us to be here, you have to pay us more. It's business. It's how it works.
That's not just a player talking. That's a wake-up call for the entire league. So, what does Caitlin's European golf adventure mean for women's basketball? It's a game changer, that's what. She's not running away. She's showing the WNBA they need to step up their game. It's like she's saying, hey, if you won't treat us right, we'll find somewhere that will. This move isn't just about Caitlin. It's about all the players who've been putting up with less than they deserve. It's about pushing for better salaries, better conditions, and more respect.
But with all of the drama currently surrounding the WNBA, on top of the low-paying salaries, some of these players are questioning if they'll even...
Caitlin's not just changing her game. She's changing the whole playbook for women in sports. Caitlin Clark isn't just a player. She's a movement. Her deep threes and flashy passes are bringing new fans to women's basketball like never before. Remember when she showed up on Saturday Night Live? That's not just basketball anymore. That's star power. But Caitlin's not just about the fame. She's pushing for better treatment of all players. When she speaks up, people listen. And now, with her move to Europe, she's making waves again. It's not just about playing golf. It's about showing the WNBA what they're missing. You know what's wild? This European adventure isn't the end for Caitlin. It's just the beginning of a whole new game. She's changing women's sports, inspiring future generations, and making everyone sit up and take notice. Caitlin Clark isn't just playing basketball. She's rewriting the rules.